others in your buildings, districts, community. And this is my partner in crime.
I'm Carrie. I'm going to use my teacher voice. And I also work at Central Rivers ADA as a tech consultant and teacher librarian. There it goes. And like Sarah, we work a lot with adult learners, so we have a passion for helping adults plan and figure out what makes them motivated to learn. And in my opinion, they're almost more challenging than kids. So anyway, I'm happy to partner up with Sarah today. So, and like she said, it is 3 o'clock, and we know that you probably had full brains. So if you stick around, great, and make it through, good for you. And if something comes up, feel free to wander out and follow up with us with any questions.
Well, as we get you to our resources, you can either go to this BitDo, or if you go to the session resources, it's there as well. We'll get you there. Our links and resources will be in here. And as we're doing this, we're going to come around. And don't say I didn't warn you. We're going to have you move. Okay? So if you need to leave now, I get it. It's like it gets settled. We're going to give you each a card. Just hang on to this card. We'll let you know what it's for in a minute. And if you had me for your last section, you probably know what's coming. I do luck. Actually, let me I'm going to switch you.
Okay.
Okay, did I stall long enough to get you there? Okay. I'm going to make one rule or request. I'll call it a request. I'm going to request that you help a neighbor. So if you notice somebody near you is struggling, if you could just be a friend, scooch over and say, hey, can I help you with that? I'm noticing you're not getting to the right spot. Please, if we could all agree to that, that would be super helpful. All right, let's do this. 3 goals. Goal number 1, shared understanding of effective adult facilitation. We are going to model some of these strategies as well as provide some research and let you put on a couple different hats. So one hat we'll ask you to put on is participant hat, like you would ask of your participants as you're leading. Then we're going to have you switch and put on a facilitator hat and kind of debrief, okay, how did that feel as a participant? So we'll have you constantly switching hats and kind of debriefing what that feels like. Sometimes you don't get to be the student much anymore. So you'll get both experiences today. So that's one goal. Second one, we're going to give you some tech tools. This is a tech conference. We have lots of tools and strategies, some tech, some not tech, but because of the focus, we are going to give you quite a bit of tech. And then just building your capacity to facilitate. Okay, here's the first ask. Go ahead and click on this. The image is linked to this Google Doc, or in the speaker notes, you're going to see the link there. Either way, but I need you to get to this Google Doc. First come, first serve. You're going to claim a space by putting your cursor in one of the spaces next to the number and put your name. First in, last, please. Then you're going to bounce down, and there's a corresponding box with that number, and I'm going to ask you to fill in some information for us. Again, help a neighbor.
Yes, it is. For someone watching on YouTube. And we just, hey, what, I don't care really. Okay. I'll let you know.
When you're done filling in your square, you're going to show me you're done by highlighting or changing the color of your name at the top. So you'll go back to up where you claimed your space, make it any color but black, and I'll know you're ready.
Hey, you're in my box. Yeah. I'm like, you overtouched my box. That's my lucky number. That's my number. Nice to see you. How is that? Yeah, you got mine tight after mine. Look at that box. I was there for things. Fine.
Some people coloring their names, so I know.
Got a few people ready.
Where is she?
Okay, do your very best to get to a point where you're ready to transition about the next minute. As you're finishing up, here's one facilitation trick I like to use. When I'm facilitating, I like to have all my resources in one spot. So for today, all of the resources you need are in this Google slide deck. So all the links are there. If you were in my district or I was going to see you again, I'd probably use Google Classroom because that's just a really slick place to go back to, especially if it's an ongoing PD. So I love that. But for today we're going to use Google Slides. And another trick, because we'll keep going back here, and I don't know if it's probably just me, but I have this habit of getting a bunch of tabs by the end of the day. Does anyone have this disease? Okay, oh my goodness, it's out of control. And then not only do I have tabs, then I have other windows with tabs. It's really a problem. So one trick I'll show you, if you're using Google Chrome and you right click on the tab, one of the options is to pin the tab. It's kind of small to see, so I'll do this again. I'm up here at the top and kind of swirling around my tab. I'm going to right click and I'm going to pin it. The nice thing about pinning, it'll put it to the left of my screen and then I can't accidentally X out of it. So I like to give that to people that I'm working with so they don't accidentally close it and then they're going, oh my goodness, where's the link? And then it's that whole madness of, okay, well here's the presentation, I'll send it to you. So pinning tabs is our friend. So with that in mind, I'm going to have you go to slide 5 for the next resource I need you to grab. Slide 5. And here's what I need you to do. You are now going to create a group resume. The purpose of this is we want you to network with each other. So you're going to want to introduce yourself. You can read about each other here in the Google Doc, ask some questions. But we want you to have some people that you know a little bit about their strengths so that you can go back to them maybe even after this conference ends. So we're going to do a group resume. All of you have a color of your box. So we've got a group that's going to be the purple group. You see here the purple. We've got a blue group, a green group, and I think based on the number of people that an orange, I will put you, let's do this. If you're not, my top groups there that are full, so if you're not purple, blue, and green, I'm going to have the rest of you join the gray group. So just know that that's your group. And what I'm going to ask your group to do, and again, help each other because I feel like I'm getting to multi-step directions here. On slide 5, click on this image or click the link down here, and you're going to see a folder. And that folder has a group resume based on colors. So my purple group, you're going to open the purple one. You're going to come up with a fun group name. And I know this is asking a lot for 3 o'clock on a Monday. You're going to give us your group members, and then you're going to come up with a list of your group strengths. When you're done, let's do this. Highlight your group name or change it colors to show me you're done. So with that said, let me have the blue group, if you could relocate to this quadrant right here. I'm going to have my green group, if you want to come right here. My gray group right here. What color do I still need? Purple. Purple group right here. Any other colors? Take your card. We'll need that in a little minute here. Correct. Find it for you. I didn't see that one coming. Usually I can like anticipate.
What color did you have? Green. Not green. Where am I?
What each minutes is what you can take. And they're only an hour. So, I got an extra hour. This one's like, it's that very smart. It's the second that's done.
This is Greg.
You would rather have it. I'll be actually.
I was doing a search on my email.
That works great.
Yeah, put our name in this, as an instructional. So, yes.
Okay, I'm noticing we need a time limit here on the name. You're as bad as the middle schoolers I used to teach. Okay, in 30 seconds, have your group name and move along.
No, don't, you'll confuse me. I didn't think about that one, yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, we like your one. Wear many hats, you know.
Oh, yeah. All right, see how far you get in the next 3 minutes.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
All right, see how you do in the next minute. If you don't get as far as you'd like, that's okay. Well, take it anyway. All right, I'm going to start by asking you, whoa, that is alarming. I'm going to have you start by putting on your participant hat. So this activity is called group resume. So as a participant, how did this feel to you? I've never done this before. I just look here, I'm like, I've never done this before. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a fail or amazing. So what do you think, participant?
Non-threatening.
Non-threatening? Why is that? Sharing?
Low expectations.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, low expectations, non-threatening.
I liked that it built on what we did. Like I like having a chance to think through something first before sharing, and so we were able to do that a step before. So like you could look back to it and be like, oh, I did this.
So looking back at your strengths or the group member's strengths.
And I think it played well into what your conversation was about strengths, because you had said making something complex simple, and then you had said yes, meeting people where they are. So I heard that conversation, which was built off those previous information they put about themselves. Sorry, I spied a little. I was like, oh, that was a good conversation.
If you were a group I was going to be working with again, I'd probably also include your contact information so that we had each other's contact information and could easily get a hold of each other if we needed. Hey, Leanne, I noticed you're really good at assistive tech. Hey, I've got a question. So I would have made that, but I thought for today, you might feel like, okay, why is this lady collecting my email? And thought, okay, she's going to sell this to some vendor or something. Now put on your facilitator hat. When might you use an activity like the group resume?
When you have people who don't know each other,
Okay.
or new,
New people, begin the school year maybe with a new staff or
especially
something.
if they're across multiple buildings.
Bigger districts have that. It's always funny to me when I go into a big district and I'm like, you don't know each other? Like, you're in the same but they don't. If you have multiple buildings.
No, everybody.
Where are you from?
West Des Moines.
Okay.
We're not that big, but still,
Yeah.
I work with 350 teachers, so.
Yeah.
Forming new PLCs.
There you go.
I think even like, it can go with the people that you work with day in and day out. Because sometimes you're like, I don't share those things about myself, or it's good for other people to be like, hey, you do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you don't want to brag about yourself, and other people are going to be like, you've done this for me. You're really good at that type deal.
And I think that same is true because sometimes you connect and you kind of click with a certain group, and then if you're outside your group, then it helps you build relationships, and then you get to see other sides and new avenues that maybe you didn't see. You might teach next to each other down the hall, but if you're not really in their niche, then you may not do much with them or see them on a social realm and have a personal relationship.
I found that when working with our teachers, they have a hard time recognizing their own strengths.
Yes.
So like we work when we meet with our model teachers, they don't, sometimes I don't know why I'm a model teacher, I don't really do anything well, and I have to be like, well, no, you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and so working on them to recognize their own strengths is.
It's just normal to like, this is just what I do. There's nothing special. And it's like, no, oh my goodness, it's amazing. Yeah. Would you have left in there work experience outside of your current job? Would you have left that in there?
Yeah, I think it makes it interesting. Same with like interesting facts. Like Megan had like, some things.
What was hers?
Like, I shared an airplane with your famous journalist. We're Helen Thomas, sorry. So we had a real downtime and I was like, hey, Megan.
Megan, talk about this.
Like I think even though I think the past work experience makes it more interesting to get to build those relationships,
All right, well, thank you. Normally, okay, I'm going to have you reflect now on what you've seen so far for facilitation moves, just so you're aware of some things that maybe are happening intentionally or maybe unintentionally, Carrie. Normally, I would not have a staff, switch a staff between a bunch of different tools, but I know that you're at a tech conference, you're probably relatively techy, and we wanted to model some of these tools. So every time we reflect, we're going to use a different tool to model, okay? So here's the first tool. If you go to slide 6, Answer Garden is the name of the tool. If you click the image, but the image is actually the screenshot, not the thinking guide, or down the notes again. Click that. Has anyone used Answer Garden yet? Yeah, it's been around a little while. You can set this up a few ways. The way I have today set up is that you can type up to 20 characters. You have the option of 20 or 40. And I'm letting you submit more than one response. There's a setting where you can only do one response, but you can do as many as you want. So up to 20 characters, what moves have you noticed so far? I'm going to start calling some of these out up here, so keep typing if you're typing. Somebody put mixing up groups. How did you feel about that? Put on your participant hat. How did you feel when I said, we're going to mix up groups? Was anyone concerned about that?
Today I wasn't because I'm here by myself. I don't have my peers here with me that I normally hang with, but if I were at school, I would want to stay within my comfort zone with other teachers, but knowing that I think it's a good move to mix up those groups. So
Okay.
Today wasn't bad.
Today wasn't bad? Any other perspectives, or what other perspectives do you have? I did get a few looks as I was collecting my low inference data of the room.
I think it depends on how tired you are.
Yeah.
You know, we do our PE like on Wednesdays from like 2:30 to 4:30 kind of thing. And I think our teachers, by the time they're through the whole day, by 2:30, they don't want to go through the emotional work of like sitting and talking to people they don't know. So they're not real happy with us when we mix them up. Although we're a K-12 district with 3 separate buildings, and so sometimes we want our staff to mix. But so they're kind of the same thing, like she said. You appreciate, you understand why you're doing it. It's just, I think they're tired.
They're tired, yeah. You're right. You're right. It is more emotional energy. I like how you said that. That makes sense. Any other perspectives?
Sometimes you can start them out with a group, with a comfort group, then you mix them in and you get back to the groups and feedback a little bit. So they can go back and share out what the next group with their home group.
Their home group, yeah, where they're comfortable. Yeah. Physically moving around. Yep, you are moving. New seat. Networking because you didn't know each other. I don't know if any of you came. Did anybody come here with somebody you knew? A couple of you? Just a couple? Okay. So networking with some newbies. Movement was a big one. Learning by doing. Excellent. Anybody want to just expand on anything? How did you feel about the music that was playing as you were kind of walking in, sitting down? Did that do anything for you? What do you, what's that? You probably would have gotten country if Carrie had beat me in here.
It's a little bit of everything, I find, but I had to laugh when I heard that because it was more Sarah. Yeah, it was more Sarah. So anyway, I digress. Sorry.
Okay, you were nodding over here. Talk to me about that. The music.
Yeah, just gives a good, like, I noticed, like, when I went to the Solution Tree conferences, they have, like, Motown on. I mean, you just, I don't know, you just feel a little more relaxed.
Yeah. We went to
Interesting.
Jimmy Casas or Todd Whitaker, and the playlist was like on point. And like here I was on Twitter, like I need this playlist, and it's on Apple Music, and I'm good to go now. Like it's just that I think it opens up more conversations. Like by me asking that on Twitter was just a different channel than to connect with the presenter on a different level. So we have our learning in here, but then we also have our learning once a week.
Okay, what was their playlist?
Oh yeah, I can tweet it out.
Okay, I gotta see. I want to know what it is.
Yep.
I just pulled up Pandora today.
I know, I just gave you a hard time. They're
So-
giving out a few words, I was like, oh.
Oh, they were. Oh my goodness. I was in the hallway. I didn't catch it. Sometimes I'll do like YouTube playlists. Like I'll do like energetic music if I think like, okay, it's the end of the day, people are getting tired.
Noisily is a good extension for Chrome, if any of you are into having, has anyone used Noisily before? Yeah, it's a productive tool, especially in March, when you haven't heard birds or water or anything, and it's like, is winter gonna end? It's an extension I turn on a lot of times and set it for like a half hour of productivity, and then I turn on like birds chirping and water, and maybe like breeze or wind, and then it just makes me think spring, and I can be really productive, so music does impact.
My other reason for doing music, I find when you're in a group and everybody's having their sidebar conversations, when I cut the music, doesn't it kind of naturally make you stop talking because it just gets awkward all of a sudden when it gets quiet? And so I find that if I use the music to quiet people down, because they'll tend to look if something in the room changes, then I don't have to do the, okay, everybody, we're going to start, that it's just cut down there. Anything else? All right, you are welcome to stay where you're at, or if you would like to move, you have 30 seconds to move to a new seat, but I can't promise we're not going to mix you up again. Seeing no one move, you can move. Did you just like do the like yes?
No, I'm meeting a colleague, so I was just checking my watch.
Oh, I literally thought you were like, yes, I'm like, yeah, agreement, this is big. Okay.
Yes, agreement.
Yes. Okay, I threw this in because I'm guessing that most of you who lead PD and meetings a lot, you probably have norms or agreements. Can you like nod? Give me some nonverbals here. And this is always one of those things that it can take a long time to do. And I thought, man, we need a quick way. We'll set some agreements in here just to model this, and then we'll debrief how this felt as participants. So the tool we're going to use to do this, and I've never done it, so again, I'm trying new things today, Carrie. I'm like, this could be a fail in front of 30 people. Fail forward. Okay, this is a tool called TriCiter, new to me. And what you do on this site, go ahead and click on the link, again, the picture of the notes. And once you get to TriCiter, you have a question that I have pre-populated. What kind of environment do you need in place to successfully focus and collaborate? And what you can do, you can add your own idea by clicking right here. And then I want you, as you're adding an idea, also read your colleagues or your neighbors in here. And if you like one of their ideas, instead of adding the same idea, there's going to be a vote button. Just vote it up if you like it. So if you see a duplicate, don't add a duplicate, just vote up the one you like. Okay, if you haven't had a chance, read through some of the other people in the rooms and vote on the ones you love. As you're doing that, I'm going to give you another facilitation tip. One reason I wanted to start today with the group resume, one of my personal goals as a facilitator is to always get everybody's voice in the room within 5 minutes so that they are doing the talking. So starting out with something that gets people either the voice via technology, virtual, or actual talking. But within 5 minutes is always my goal. Okay, let's see if we can consolidate some of these down. Carrie was in charge of snacks, so it's her fault we didn't have snacks. Okay, 5 votes for clear goals. So Carrie, back on our slide deck, I have a slide that's blank right now. I pinned it. If you could on slide 8 start adding some of the ones and then we'll vote. Okay, so clear goals. Can someone just read for Carrie? What are some other ones that got several votes? Growth mindset. Love it. What else? Share the air. Everybody has a voice. Everyone's opinion. Am I kind of getting at share the air? Okay, what else? Those are the top 3? Snacks. Could we lump comfortable with snacks and seating, like climate? Can that be the umbrella for us? Climate, positive climate?
Safe space,
Anything else that's not on the list that should be? Okay, and just for the sake of the demo, I probably would take a little more time if this was like we're a group we were going to keep working with. But I want to show you probably one of my favorite ways then to get everyone's voice in the room around this. So Carrie, if you go to my next slide, this is probably a strategy you've heard of called Fist to 5. Can you nod at me if you've heard of this? This is my favorite strategies for consensus building. And the way it works, everybody gets a voice. Fist means nope, cannot get on board. You cannot agree with this. You're going to fight it. You're going to be the one that sabotages. So that's a fist. 1, can you put this in presentation, Carrie, so I can read better? A 1 would be like major issues. Like, nope, I'm not going to necessarily sabotage, but I'm not on board. I have major issues we need to talk about before I can agree. A 2 would be minor issues. 3 would be like, okay, there are some issues, we can resolve them later. I'm not going to sabotage this. I'm on board, but I don't love it. 4 would be like, yep, we're good. And 5 is yes, love it. So anything a 3, 4, or 5, we would go ahead and move forward. Anything a 0, 1, or 2, we would either need to talk about or abandon. So I'm going to take you through each of those 4, and everyone's going to show me a number, and then we'll proceed from there. So if you can go back, Carrie, we'll start with clear goals. Fist to 5. Do you think this is important that we need to have clear goals for our meetings or PD? Show me a number. Okay, I don't think I see anything lower than a 3. So we are going to keep that as one of our agreements. Participants with a growth mindset. So all of us in the room will have a growth mindset. Can you agree with that? Fist to 5. Again, I see everyone with a 3 or higher, so we're going to keep that one. Share the air. We all have a voice. Okay, we're going to move forward with that. And is everyone on board for a positive climate? And Carrie brings the snacks.
All I know is
All right.
I don't make my form.
Well, it looks like they're missing a pinky.
I'm with you guys. It's more so if I do snacks, you're supposed
Okay, I'll fix them. So that was an activity called Fist to 5. Works for any time a large group needs to build consensus. You could use it with tech, or you could just do it low tech like that, and it's actually pretty fast just to kind of scan the room. The biggest thing is looking to make sure everybody has put up a hand. So, debrief real quick. Participant hat, how did that activity feel with you? The tri-sider, putting in what you thought the norms or the agreement should be, and then the Fist to 5.
It makes you feel like you all do have a voice. You're looking at everyone's opinion.
With the tri-sider part or the Fist to 5? Both? Okay.
Without physically having to talk out, or sometimes people get really uncomfortable in a room and they don't feel comfortable putting their ideas out there, so we made it, and you can choose to put your name or be anonymous when you first enter those in too, so for people that get nervous.
I didn't say put your name or not. I was surprised some people did.
And we on the vote.
Oh, it
On
did?
the other, but on the vote.
It said you had
It's
to?
on there, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I was just surprised people had their name. Like, oh, wow. Efficient. And I've done it in groups too, where each group dukes it out, comes up with their 5, and then you, as a big group, you kind of will, get it down. And I think I've done that once, and it literally took us like 45 minutes. And I thought, oh my goodness, there has to be a faster way. What else?
Having it linked to one place instead of having another site that we had to navigate to, or another Bitly or anything like that. Also, to the efficiency side, just made it quick to get there.
Back to the Google slide deck? Yeah.
Having that one place.
Yeah. Everything in one spot, whether.
Still also using new tools, like
Right.
linking.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are like, oh, just another Google slide, what are we gonna do today? I'll write my name here. And now we've used 3 different things, if not more, so I think that's powerful for participants.
Okay, facilitator hat on. How could you use either tri-sider or Fist to 5, which wasn't really tech focused, but the strategy?
I've used Fist to 5 sometimes when you're having a conversation around something
to see, you can feel like you're further away than you actually think you are on something when you just stop and check in. It's like, oh, we're all actually pretty close, let's move on to other topics. So just use it as a dipstick for how you feel on a topic when you're discussing it.
Like, oh, you're a 4, not a 5? Okay, I can live with
Or
you
I
being
thought
a
people
4.
were at 2s and we're all actually at 3s and 4s. So like we're closer to agreeing than we think. Maybe we'll come back to it in the future.
Yep. Good one. Try cider? That was my first time too. I think it was a good one. I like the voting part. Okay, let's keep on rolling. Again, if you want to move, you can, or you can stay seated, whatever makes you happy. Okay, I thought we would do the next one just to model what this might look like, but also use actual content related to adult learning theory. So I like to provide different avenues for people to get their content. And a couple of reasons I do that. Number one, you've got an article there if you prefer to read. You've also got a video. Now, I'm okay with noise, so if people play a video in here, it's not going to bother me. If you were my staff that I work with a lot, I'd probably just make it one of our expectations that you always brought earbuds with you. But since you're at a conference, I'm okay with noise. I like to provide video because I know that some of my learners, and this includes me, I'm a visual learner. I need to hear it and see it. If I read it, it doesn't quite stick as well for me. So here's a video with the same exact content, and here it is in written form. So pick whichever form you like, and again, I don't care if there's noise, so play the video and do what you gotta do. And to give you a heads up, I'll put the next activity up so you can see what you're gonna do with the information. Seems like most of you are getting there. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do an activity called Say and Switch. And this is a really great activity if you need people to be able to listen to each other and have a conversation about a topic. As we know, some people learn better by verbalizing and talking through things. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk through the content that you just either watched or read. We're going to do this activity called Say and Switch. This is where you're going to need your card that we gave you when you came in, and if you need one, just holler and we'll get you one. Once I have you paired up, one of you will start. Let's do this. Whoever has a male card, so your card is either a female or a male, the male cards will start. You are going to start talking about this topic. And I've written some prompts up here. You do not have to stick to them in order. You don't have to necessarily use them. It's just if you kind of get to a point where you don't know what to talk about, use one of the prompts. And you'll start talking. I'll set my timer. You won't know how long. When my timer goes off, you will finish your word, not your sentence. Your partner then will pick up where your word ended, finish your sentence, and keep on talking. Again, my timer will go off. Finish your word, not your sentence, and then you'll switch. We'll do that about 4 times. So what I need you to do, grab your card. Each card has a match. So if I'm Miss Piggy, who's my match? Kermie! So find your match. You can definitely relocate, or if you need a chance to stand, you and your partner can stand to have the conversation. Once everyone is paired,